The title of this video, The Cut Off Finger with the Ring on It at the Johnstown Flood of 1889.
According to many newspaper reports of the time, there were vile acts of theft and vandalism committed to the helpless town.
Okay, now, did you realize what he said according to the newspaper reports? That's all they are. They're just newspapers writing lines. Yellow journalism. Trying to capture people's minds and attention and imagination with a hoax story of Johnstown flooding and everybody getting, homes getting destroyed and lives vanishing and children praying as they're drifting down the waters and all kinds of nonsense. But this one gets even better.
After the flood, it was reported that amid all the suffering and sacrifice, heroism and generosity that was displayed in this awful time, there arose some revolting acts of man's selfishness. The lust for gain led many wretches to rob and despoil, even to mutilate the bodies of the dead. Pockets were searched, jewels were stolen, necklaces and earrings were torn away. Scores of bodies had been found in the days after the flood with their fingers cut off for rings. Orders were given that anyone caught stealing should be shot without warning. An old railroader who had walked from Sang Hollow stepped up to a number of men and said,
"Gentlemen, had I a shotgun with me half an hour ago, I would be a murderer now with no fear of ever having to suffer for my crime. 2 miles below here, I watched 3 men going along the banks, stealing the jewelry from the bodies of dead women and children."
He'd no sooner finished than he and several burly men were on their way to the scene of the atrocity. One with a coil rope over his shoulder. They found one of the wretches who was in the act of cutting pieces from the ears and fingers of dead women.
"Throw your hands up or we'll blow your head off!"
Please, for the love of God, no, please,
He obeyed the
no,
order
no,
and
no.
begged for mercy. He was searched, and as his pockets were emptied, the fury of the crowd intensified. The bloody finger of a...
There it is. The bloody finger with the ring on it. Oh my. It's bad enough the whole town got wiped out with a flood. Now fingers are cut off for rings.
Earl,
"String him up!"
encircled with a tiny ring, was found among the plunder.
So I guess he's gonna get a ring around his neck. A ring around the collar. Ring around the collar. Oh my.
It's time that it takes to tell it. The man was strung up to a tree. Not content with this, the Vigilance Committee riddled his body with bullets.
Okay, now the director of the Johnstown Flood Museum, in the commentary section that's placed over this video, will say that a lot of this was embellished and there was some looting that went on and so forth. So even the so-called historians will acknowledge that there was some level of BS going on. But they will not tell you that basically the whole thing was BS. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video, and maybe this is the last one on the Johnstown flood. Thank you for watching. End of video.